It was a beautiful Saturday morning, so I went comic hunting. What did I get? Plus, a little bit of a mail call up next on this video from Bronzeville Comics. Hey there, comic community. This is Jim from Bronzeville Comics coming to you with another video. Before we get started, let's take care of the business. Like, comment, subscribe. You know what to do. Help support the channel. I really appreciate it. Follow me on the other socials. I'm on Instagram at Bronzeville_comics. Whatnot, same thing, Bronzeville_comics. We do sales every Monday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. This Monday night, tomorrow night, we'll be doing a Marvel Silver Bronze sale. And I'm still getting all the books together for that. Hopefully by Sunday night, I'll have the store populated with the books that we're going to be selling on Monday. And also, if you use the link in the description below, if you haven't used Whatnot yet, and sign up there, you'll get $10 off your first purchase. Also, my eBay store is in the description below that link. And I'd like to remind everyone we are less than a week away from King Con 3. Came up real quick. Looking forward to the show. Tons of people from the entire Northeast comic book community are going to be there, and it should be a great time. I'm going to be selling. Stop by. Even if you don't buy anything, say hi. There's going to be a lot of silver and bronze books available at my table. And that's really what I'm specializing in and what I have available at Whatnot. So, I was out comic hunting today. It was a beautiful day. We're right in the midst of Disney's D23 Fan Expo. So, awaiting the newest announcements. Some stuff that came through today, but not much of this has to do with those Disney announcements. Of course, foolish me, I'm still buying DC books. But let's see, I got something from eBay here. So, this was an eBay purchase. This, was it? No, this was a Whatnot purchase. They just used the eBay packing tape. And I'm trying to remember what I bought. I believe it is a Bronze Age Marvel book, actually. But I, for the life of me, I have Whatnot amnesia. I don't really remember exactly what I bought. Oh, I saw this for a good price, and actually, there are a couple of characters that are pretty hot right now. And it was 2 books I got from the run? I think so. Yeah, I think I got 2 books from the same run, if I remember correctly. I completely forgotten I bought these. I think that's what this is. Oh, no. Oh, no. This was a little bit of a speculation book here. This is the... this is a nice book. Supervillain Team Up. Where can I hold it best there? Come on, focus on me. Supervillain Team Up number 3, Dr. Doom and Submariner. This is a pretty sharp copy. One funny thing about Supervillain Team Up, I bought that entire run as a kid going to comic conventions in like the late 70s, early 80s. I focused a lot of my attention when I was going to those conventions on runs I could afford and complete. So I think that was a 17-issue run, maybe with 1 or 2 giant size. And so I finished the run. I think I sold it years ago. So I'm not even sure if I still have it in the collection. In sorting my personal collection, that's kind of taken a back page to going through my own books. Then I bought this book. The price was good in the particular auction. Again, condition is difficult to judge on Whatnot, but I thought it was a good enough deal that it was worth taking a gamble on. This looks it's definitely mid-grade, but it's Submariner number 19. The first appearance of Stingray. I was talking to a guy, and I haven't heard this a lot in the community, but it makes sense the possibility, now that we're introducing Atlantis, that we'll see Stingray in the Armor Wars TV show. Because Tony Stark developed the Stingray armor. I just figured I'd pick that book up. It was a little bit of a spec book there. The next book was sent to me in a bubble mailer, media mail, from an eBay purchase. I think I'm pretty sure I know what this is. And if I can... Ooh, how am I going to open this without... It looks like it came okay, though. So I've been... You know, I'm a DC guy. And I've been tracking a few books. Kind of a little bit under the radar books. Books that you can get in decent grade for... probably under $100. I think I paid like maybe... This was an auction, and I forget exactly what I paid for it. Maybe like $40. I did not overpay for this book. I thought I got a pretty good deal. Now, of course, again, it's everything like everything else. It's condition sensitive in that regard. And this packing tape. There we go. Okay, I can extricate the book. Go that to the side. No more need for the knife. And here it is. That's a nice looking copy. Superboy 98. The first appearance of Ultra Boy, one of the members of the Legion of Superheroes. There were a couple of first appearances in the Superboy title. This one looks pretty good. It's got some roughness around the bottom staple. But for its age, I think this book is from 66 maybe? It's a 12-center. If we ever get any... Well, I keep saying this. It seems to be my favorite phrase lately. If DC ever gets their act together, Warner Brothers Discovery, I think the Legion of Superheroes is a great property to develop. Legion of Superheroes kind of been left in the waste bin for years. So, anyway, that was the mail haul. This Saturday, today, I went to the Meadowlands Flea Market. Saw some people watch the channel, said hello. Always appreciate that. Ran into Erod. I went to, the first booth I went to is a guy I've been to before. And he had some new black plastic BCW long boxes filled with comics. I don't know if they've been picked on before he put them out, or I got there just a little bit too late because there were runs in there, and all the best books were taken. But he was charging about $5 a book. Able to talk him down a little bit. I picked up Static 3 and 4. So, 1 and 2 were not there. I picked up West Coast Avengers 47, 48, 49, and 50. These were only $2.50 each because he just charged like $5 for the 2-pack. Is that hologram? Whatever his edition of Avengers Superman 500. This was also a 2-pack. Hulk 347. And this classic, or the 347 is a classic cover. And 346 also. I think that was it I picked up from him. Oh. I started to dig. There was another guy there, and we were chatting. And I was starting to dig through the back issues. And he said, oh, there's some older books here, but they were priced somewhat aggressively, and the condition was not particularly good. Oh, I also picked up... Was this the same? I picked up, I think, this. The ASM, that homage to number 50. And just the League of Mary Zero, which was I picked it up more for this 20-cent Shadow book, which is pretty sharp. This is in pretty nice condition. Probably like an 8 or so. I think I have the whole run somewhere. I went to... Was that it? Or maybe the Spider-Man book was another dealer. Yeah, because there was one dealer I picked up a couple of these from. Yeah, I picked that up from there. Now, this Lois Lane with Wonder Woman on there. Actually, it's really Diana Prince because she didn't have her powers at this time. And ROM 18, which is an X-Men crossover. I think that might have been at the first table. Then there was a guy who had a bunch of dollar books. What did I get from him? Maybe I got some of those. I'm trying to keep this straight. I know I got this G.I. Joe book from him. Maybe the ROM book, too. There was the Lois Lane book I got from him and the G.I. Joe. And I think maybe I grabbed this Nexus #1. It's not in the highest of grade. Then, yeah, these I all picked up from the same guy. He wanted about $5 a book. It was interesting. He had a lot of Bronze Age books, but he had like 5, 6, 7, 8 copies of the same book. He had about 15 or 20 copies of this. Star Wars Spectacular from Famous Monsters. It's about, I think, like about a $15 book. And these are in high grade. All the stuff was, the Bronze Age stuff was in high grade. He had some Charlton horror books. So I picked up Strange Suspense Story 7, The Many Ghosts of Dr. Graves 17, and Ghost Manor 4. So these are, again, these are in pretty nice shape. There's some tanning, but the covers are pretty clean without much creasing. I did also pick up 2 copies of Avengers 231, which is the first meeting of She-Hulk and Star Fox. Maybe we'll see that in the MCU. This is a ratty, beat-up copy, but I just wanted it for the PC. Showcase 66, the first appearance of B'wana Beast. Not sure we're going to see B'wana Beast in DC movies. I wouldn't bet on it. Picked up a She-Hulk book. Might have gotten this at a different table. Adventure 433. One of these Jim Aparo Spectre adventure comics. This is a pretty sharp copy of Black Magic 4. It's cool. And then I grabbed this Marvel Age 2. I think this is the first preview appearance of Alpha Flight. There was one final vendor. I just picked up 3 books from him. I like these, love these JSA Alex Ross covers. Batman and Robin 1. I guess this is kind of Damian Wayne's first ongoing series. And Airboy 5. With this classic Dave Stevens cover of Valkyrie. One of the interesting things about this Eclipse run of Airboy was a Golden Age character with Hillman Publications, I believe. He ran for a number of years. And then the character is rebooted. He went to public domain. I believe he's in public domain. And he was rebooted in this Eclipse series, which ran for about 50 issues. And it had several spin-offs. What's interesting about these books from the 80s, if you see up top, it says bi-weekly, only 50 cents. The reason for that is these books came out every 2 weeks. And they were, instead of 32 pages plus cover, they're 16 pages plus cover. So they're noticeably thinner than your standard comic book. So then I left there. I got to a yard sale too late. So I then headed down to Streetside Anthony's. He was having a sale. The last sale he's going to have for about a month because he's booked up with shows. Reggie B was there selling, so I picked up some books from him. Silver Coin #1. This X-Men 209 with this classic Colossus Nimrod cover. Hulk 254, first UFOs. Or UFOs. Green Lantern 177. Really cool Gil Kane Copper Age cover. This, Superpowers 5. Jack Kirby did the art on these very late in his career. This is kind of the last work he did for either DC or Marvel, I believe. Or amongst the last work. And this was a book I did not buy at the time. One of the few DC books I didn't pick up. It wasn't in continuity, and it was based on a children's toy. So I was like, nah. I was already in college by then. Oblivion Song 9. I've picked up the first 3 issues. And then I just like this cover. for Spider-Woman 1. So, and then from Anthony, I picked up this World's Finest 173. This is the first kind of Silver Age appearance of Two-Face. It's actually Batman dressed up as Two-Face. Two-Face didn't appear in the Silver Age at all, really, unless you count this book, because of the Comics Code Authority. I guess he was too gruesome. He wouldn't appear again until, what would be like 1971, I think, was when he finally appeared again in continuity. So this is, I had a copy of this, but this is pretty high grade. This is a sharp copy. Looks pretty good. Anthony's like, I knew you were going to grab this. I can't. Infinite Crisis 3, first appearance of Jaime Reyes before he becomes Blue Beetle. There's a panel of him picking up the Blue Beetle Scarab in this book. And then I picked up this Avengers 257 first Nebula in a newsstand. A lot of the narrative is going to surround her and Gamora, supposedly, in the Guardians of the Galaxy film. I picked up this Alex Ross cover, Justice Society of America 3 with Cyclone. It's not her first appearance. I guess it's her third appearance. But this classic cover, we know we're seeing Cyclone in the Black Adam film. I picked up this. This is a pretty sharp copy. Batman 609. I believe that's the first Hush. I grabbed this Nebula #1. I have a number of Gamora ones, so I figured I'd pick up that. This is a book that I've never had, and it looked pretty nice. It's first issue special 12, 1970s DC book, and it's the first appearance of this particular version of Starman. There are a lot of Starmen in DC Universe, and he's one of them. And then I picked these two up together, and kind of first cameo appearance in continuity, kind of, Batman Beyond, and then the first full appearance in Superman, Batman 22 and 23. So that's the haul for today. Let me know what you think. Leave comments down below. Again, it was a beautiful day to go out comic hunting. I went out for a few hours and just grabbed some books, which I tend to do, and now I have a lot of them in my basement. So, again, King Khan is coming up on Saturday, September 17th in Island, New Jersey. There's a link in the description to the page for the show. If you're anywhere in the area and you want to buy some comic books, or even just want to come and hang out, because you could just walk around, talk to comic book people, and still have a great time without picking up any books. But there's going to be nothing but comic books there. Come on down, join check out the show, especially if you haven't been to the first two. It's really a great experience. And if you follow anybody other than me on YouTube, they're probably people you will recognize on Instagram, YouTube, all that fun stuff. So come on out. In the meantime, you can check out a couple of my other videos here. And this is Jim saying until next time, enjoy your comics.